Harlem.
All right. So all right. So you would say that as far as the growing up with your children and being there, so y'all both on the same
We
level.
fathers. We
Yeah,
real
grown
fathers.
men.
Our era is real. There was a lot of mistakes with drugs that caught our people. Our people got caught in drugs when coke was out, you know, before crack. But when crackhead niggas tried it and they got stuck. Brothers like us and a couple of people I could say, we jumped over it, went right around it. You know what I'm saying? That's why we still here today, still fresh. I'm 53, a whole deck of cards and one joker, right? Come on, man. Drugs, man, it kill you, man. Leave that shit alone. You could blow something if you want. Ain't nobody gonna tell you don't take it off safety, but all that extra drug shit is gonna kill you. The streets will kill you. Hanging out, chilling, thinking you ain't doing nothing with your peoples, if they doing something, it could kill you. You gotta think, man, in this world. And it's harder. The older you get, the harder you get. Ain't nothing easy no more. Ain't nothing wrong with calling somebody and say, yo, what's up, I love you. I'll talk to you later. Oh, makes my mom's to this day make sure, she say, yo, when you and your brother get home, call me and let me know y'all got home. I gotta go home and say, yo, mom in the house before she can lay down and go to sleep.
All right.
That's the type of bond we talking about. Word up. Word.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Definitely what's up.
Word.
So let people know about that little goodie bag you got back there behind us.
Yo, man, I'm just saying, man, I'm always hiding something, man. I took the Kango out, man. I ain't take it out because LL Cool J wore it. I took it out because this is the type of stuff we used to wear back in the day. Y'all gotta excuse me, man. I do this. You know, you rock joints like they said, damn, LL did that. Yeah, LL got that from us. Don't forget that. This is where I'm from, man. I'm from here, man. This right here, a lot of people can't hold us up and believe and say what they say and feel how they feel. Me, don't label us as old school. Say pioneers. Say them dudes that started it. Don't think because you say the word old school, we old school. That's just a title. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing about me old school, man. Y'all could pick this stuff up, but I'm not gonna give y'all the wire right now. We gonna wear it ourselves first. Y'all gonna get to see it, and then y'all can have some, man. Word up, man. This is
That's what's
going
up.
down right here, man. It's going down in the Bronx, man. This is what's going down in the Bronx, man.
You ain't never lied, bro. That's what's up.
Nah, man.
So
Big up to Brooklyn, man.
we gonna
Brooklyn
get
was,
out of here in a hot second.
yeah, we gonna get out of here, man.
But you got the dead spin joint.
Yo, that's the hip hop, man. The four elements: the breakdancing, the graffiti, the DJ, and the MC. Those are the four elements.
And the fifth,
They always give an
knowledge,
extra one.
wisdom, understanding.
They always give, but that's, you know, I don't feel that way. I know
Okay.
it's four. People always add on just like they got in the game like we did. You know, they want to put a little more in there. If they start leaving the scriptures the way where it is and the way it belongs, maybe people would learn instead of getting, you know, just pulled around and shit.
Some say there's 10 elements, but that definitely ain't.
Yeah, that's somebody trying to tell a story, man.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, you know how that go, man.
Yeah, but you know everybody want to remix it and edit it after the fact.
And they not qualified, you know what I mean? Where was you 40 years ago when hip hop started? You 30 something years old and you gonna say there's 10 elements? Come on, man. You can't do it.
Pay homage to the people who was there, the
Right,
originators.
right,
That's what I'm
right,
saying.
right.
You don't have enough clout to make rules or change them.
Yeah,
There you go. There you go. All
that's
right.
true.
So, all right. So I'm gonna get at y'all one more time.
Yeah.
You know, you got this. Actually, I got two more questions. Okay. I'm gonna give you a hard one, then I'm gonna give you a light one. Oh, y'all want the light one first?
Your choice.
All right. We gonna go hard. We gonna end it off light. All right. Now, and it's not so much a question as it is. I just want you to speak on it real briefly. And Kevie Kev definitely. You know what I'm saying? Being a pioneer, I want you to speak on it also. Now, you know, in the news, they talk about Zulu and Bambaataa. I don't want to go into details and ask, you know what I'm saying, nobody business, but I want you to give, as a member of the organization, the Universal Zulu, the mighty, mighty Zulu. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, for years, I've been seeing y'all in the street. What would you say about that whole situation?
Can I go first? Because I know he going to
Sure.
kill it. He's a Zulu, so I'm going to leave it on him.
Indeed.
But me personally, I don't even want to be involved with the question because Bam is a friend of mine, and I knew Bam 40 plus years. How he doing what he do, he's a man. He handle his own I don't have no personal, I don't like some of the things that's going on, but I verbally don't want to get involved because it's a little deep and, you know, and it's serious and it's hurting the culture as well. Not the whole culture, more the Zulu Nation because that's its base. I just hope that, you know, whatever comes out of all of this, that ain't no bloodshed, nobody hurt, you know, and stuff like that. How do you get over something like that if it was your family? I don't know. It's not mine. So I'm gonna just leave it just like that. And I just hope that everything work out to a point to where we could put this behind us. I mean, there's so many things that happen in life with people and they got a chance to put it behind them. So I'm just looking for the day that we can just put this behind us. For real. Peace, Zulu.
Indeed.
And I would say, just to let people know, you know, Zulu Nation ain't got nothing to do with this. You know, this is one man's and against another man's accusation. So Zulu Nation as a whole and the culture of hip hop as a whole has nothing to do with this. But with that being said, you know, I've been on tour with Bam. I've been in hotels with Bam. I've been to his crib. You know what I mean? And I've never seen, I can only speak for myself, you know what I mean? I've never seen that type of behavior. I can only speak for what I've seen.
And when you say on tour, in the States, out the States?
Well, I couldn't go out the States because I work, but in the
Gotcha.
States.
All right.
You know what I mean? But we in hotels, we traveling on planes and all that.
Gotcha.
That being said, these accusations are from 40 years ago. You know what I mean? So I can't speak for that. You know what I mean? I can't speak for that.
Allegations, ain't even being charged.
Yeah, I can't speak for that. And I'm not gonna disrespect another person and speak about something that I don't know about and say you a liar.
Right. On either side.
On either side. So that's why I wanted to be specific. I only know what I've seen. So to be honest with you, I'm not capable to answer that question other than to what I said.
And from what you've seen, you haven't seen anything.
I haven't seen anything like that. And that's straight up.
You know the brother, you haven't seen anything that add up to that yourself?
And we knew him in the 70s, you know. We was around him. Even if he had his own turn in his own business, that was his business. It didn't matter to a real nigga. Real niggas don't care about other niggas' shit. As long as they ain't messing with you and they ain't doing nothing around you, that's their business. That's why I don't want to get involved, because it's real deep. But like I said, I just hope that we could overcome it and that no bloodshed and people be okay and we could put it behind us. That's what I would like.
Now, I got the second thing, but before I go with that, I'm going to just say this. As a man who is a father, I got daughters. I don't have sons, I got daughters. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I co-sign that what another person doing in my business. You know what I'm saying? Because it affects their children affect my children affect me. So it's a cycle. So yes, what somebody else does in the privacy of their home is for the most part their business. But when it starts leaking outside that home, then it becomes all of our business as a community, as a culture. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I wasn't there. I can't speak on something I don't know about. But where there's smoke, there's fire. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But we can't let that smoke out the whole culture, because it's bigger than that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's bigger than one man and what may have happened. It's bigger than Zulu and what may have happened. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, because it's life issues.
It's bigger than the Bronx. It's bigger than New York City. You know what I'm saying? Because hip-hop is a worldwide thing right now.
Go.
You know what I'm saying? So we don't want, it's a universal thing. You know what I mean? So we don't want to necessarily give a black eye to something off of allegation, but at the same time, we also have to realize as grown-ass men, if we don't handle our own community, then we go let others handle it for us, and we can't complain on how they handle it.
Right. But people don't stick together in unity to handle stuff like that.
Well, I mean, I would go as far as to say that it's 3 men on this panel right here, you know what I mean? And you ain't never need 100% of the people to get nothing accomplished. So if us 3 stick, I know you got people behind you, I know you got people behind you, I got people with me, definitely. So we bring all our people to the force and we marshal our forces, then we don't need everybody to stick together. We got enough between us.
True story.
You know what I mean?
True story.
So, all right, now let's get to the one last thing before I leave. Now, we talked about the history of hip-hop, I'm saying? We talked about coming up through it. We even talked about something right now, you know what I'm saying, what's going on. For the future, whether it be a person, because I know you out here, you see these young dudes out here performing. Whether it's a person or whether it's a direction that you want the game to go into for the future to help it build, what would y'all say? I'm going to give you, go ahead, Kev. I'll give you the
Let
last.
Kev rock with that first.
Well, a little less, you know, than the bragging, you know, like, you know, they got cars they ain't even drive yet. Like, who cares, nigga? We walk past cars that's parked every day. We don't drive them neither. Like, you know, so, you know, and bitches and hoes. Come on, I got daughters, I got grands. How am I let my daughter listen to that, you know? My mom's listen to I don't even want to listen to that. We could have cursed. We was the first rappers, you know, we knew better. Plus, you're going to bleep our song and take time off the radio. It's not a good look. You take player hater, PhD, something positive, and make it a player hater degree. Y'all niggas is ridiculous, man. It's funny how y'all take so much negative and y'all push that and none of y'all talking about nothing new. If it ain't about the cars and the drugs and the popping bottles and, you know, a fresh word, cool nigga think he all that because he know how to say facts. I mean, what's wrong with y'all niggas, man? Y'all get so into the streets that y'all can't even find yourself. You just in the moment. And you trying to be down like a wannabe niggas. People ain't real like niggas was coming up. You gotta be real and original and stick to your craft and write about something that makes some sense and have some fun instead of showing off and disrespecting something and hurting something. I mean, come on, bottles, we've been drinking Moet since the fever. You know, little drinks, like, what are y'all doing, man? We rode on the tour buses first. We saw the beds, the microwave ovens, the Betamax, the sheepskin interior. We saw that first. We respected that. We loved that. We lost that. Y'all got a chance. Y'all changed the whole game. Talking about y'all elevated it. Y'all elevated the drama. Y'all forgot what we're making records and hip hop was about. Having fun. We need much more of that.
Indeed.
We need much more of that.
That was deep. You elevated the drama. I like it.
You know, that's
Yes,
all
sir,
they
yeah.
did. Elevate the drama.
like it.
Definitely was
You
deep.
know, you put okay, you got an aunt and an uncle, and they got money, and you an MC. You want to be an MC, so you didn't go through niggas that you needed to go through to be there, but they got the money, so they put you out, and you really whack. But then we submitted to having to listen to y'all, and Stinky Legs and all this other, like man, it ain't even that, man. Word is bond. Y'all want to get the real? Come to the BX, the borough, the home of hip hop, ghetto superstars, hip hop junkies. For life, 53, I feel 32 every day. I get out the bed real slow, easy, and I'll never have to look behind my back for nothing. And I pass people. Kev, I saw you on TV last night. Yo, Kev, how's everything? Yo, I saw something, I like that, and that's feedback, and that's good, and that's how I live. We live, man, come on, we don't be trying to show off. We the rappers, we had all the girls. And we don't want to call them all the girls. Drug dealers hate us. They was getting more money, but they ain't had more women. Then they spent that money and put their cousin in the game because he said he could rap. So now we got 1 million imposters around here. Shit ain't hip hop no more. Now I said hip hop is dead. I didn't believe that. It's not, but ain't nothing banging off in New York like it's supposed to right now, for real, for real. Let the pioneers get in there, fill that void. We know where to go with it. We know how much fun we're gonna put in there. We're gonna go in there and have fun and make it a joint. We ain't gonna go in there with our hat to the side and our pants on our ankles and, you know, this attitude and this nastiness. We don't do that, man. It's not hip hop. It's not hip hop, man.
My brother, that's what's up.
Word up.
And to piggyback off of what he said, and to answer your question, like when I do showcases, because I still rhyme too.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And Kev still got it, of course. But what I want to see the younger dudes be is, first of all, stay true to the culture. But what the problem is, they don't know the culture. All they know is what they see and hear. So they think that that's what they have to emulate to make records or to be successful.
Okay.
Because that's just the music business. That's not the culture. So I would like to see them stay true to the culture. When I say that, piggybacking over him, no bitches, no hoes, I'm selling crack, I'm shooting guns, and you ain't even held a gun. But you think this is what you gotta say. One dude told me, yeah, I'm talking about murder because I gotta keep it street. And I said to him, well, hip hop comes from the street. So you can talk about God and gospel music, and it's still gonna be from the street because hip hop is from the street.
Indeed. This man's been traveling the whole country from New York to LA, back and forth. This man has showed his work in DC and Louisiana, New Orleans, New York, LA, many places. And, well, I don't want to bump my gums too much. So without further ado, I'm going to bring to you my brother, Craig Blue. How you doing, brother?
Always a pleasure. Good to see you.
Indeed,
Good
indeed,
to see
indeed.
you.
As is, good to see you.
Yes.
So, I told the people a little bit about you.
Yes.
Give a little more detail, exactly. You know, what kind of art do you specialize in?
I started off as a child comic books.
Okay.
So I was a comic book artist. That's how I learned my anatomy and dynamic anatomy and foreshortening, and then I graduated to being an illustrator.
Okay.
I first went to New York Institute of Technology, where I met my beloved fraternity brothers.
Okay. Okay.
And I was studying architecture. And then a very good brother of mine said, why don't you just be an artist? And in 1988, I said, okay. And I left New York Tech and looked for a school, and I found Fashion Institute of Technology. I went
Right in the city?
In the city on 27th Street.
Yes, sir.
And I went there for illustration.
Okay.
And by 91, my parents didn't understand the path of fine art, so they were like, we're not gonna pay for you anymore. You know, we don't have any money. Let's see what you do. And I was like, okay. And since then, I've been illustrating, painting. Now, I just graduated with a BFA in 2016 from
What's BFA?
a Bachelor's of Fine Art.
That's what's up.
And I have my Bachelor's of Fine Art in drawing, painting, and figurative sculpture.
Oh, so you're a triple threat.
Yes, yes.
As children, there were certain things that we were taught, and we cemented those things as fact. We said, no, this is it. I don't have to think about it again ever in life. Mommy told me that, daddy told me that, that's it. As an adult, how many times have we gone back and looked on that knowledge, or so-called knowledge that we cemented as children with our child brains, and said, let me reassess this. Let me see exactly what's good. Let me see if this really is what I think it is. The sky being blue is a small way to show that some of the things that you thought were truth, not really the truth. The sky has no color. If the sky was blue, the sky would be blue at nighttime. Do you change color at nighttime? No, you don't, because you have a hue, you have a color, all right? This ain't gonna change color at nighttime. This black, this orange, this gold, this always gonna be that color. It's always gonna be that color. Why? Because that's what color it is. If you some color in the daytime but another color at nighttime, it makes me think you're not really that color. The reason we're seeing the blue is the reflection of the water that is on the earth. The reason we're seeing blue is because you have a troposphere, atmosphere, thermosphere, and the light's going through that, give off different rays and things of that nature. So those are the reasons that you're seeing the color that you're seeing. But the sky itself is what you would call translucent. See right through it. So another question I ask people, I say, have you ever heard the saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink? 8 out of 10 people say yes, they've heard it. You always get some people, oh no, I've never heard that. Get out of here, you've heard it. The point is, you can make a horse drink the same way we make you drink. When you eat those salty pretzels, when you eat those salty potato chips, you get thirsty. When you put a salt tablet or a salt pellet underneath a horse's tongue, that horse gets thirsty. So you can induce thirst, which makes that horse drink.
kind of where I am. I can, I wrote a song. My grandmother told me one day. My grandmother's a very interesting woman, very strong woman, very opinionated, and all of her opinions come from a place. And
What's your grandmother's name?
my grandmother's name is Gertrude Davis.
Gertrude. How you doing, Gertrude Davis? You got to meet her one day.
Yes, you should. My grandmother was going off on a tangent, a good tangent, a grandmother's tangent.
Okay.
And you know what she wanted me to know? She said, Takima, we are all the same. Do not let anyone treat you any different. My grandmother went as far to say that we all sit on the toilet and we do our business, wipe ourselves the same way. She says, listen, she says that I'm not better than anybody. She looked at me, she says, but there's nobody better than me. And I can be honest with you and say that that didn't hit me then, but it definitely hit me a little bit later. And I wound up writing a song just from the essence of what I thought that she was saying. I want to leave you with one thing.
What do you? Yes, ma'am.
I want to take you back to what my grandma said. And my grandmother,
Gertrude Davis
said that I ain't better than nobody, but there's nobody better than me. And when I say that to audiences, it's not for me. It's for us.
How about this? Look right there in that camera and say it again.
I'm not better than anybody, but there's no one better than me. And what that means is not just for me, it's for you. So when I sing the song, I ain't better than nobody, but nobody's better than me. I see it's crazy out here in these streets, and baby, can't nobody love me like me, yeah. Grandma said, I ain't better than nobody, and nobody's better than me. I see it's crazy out here in these streets, and baby, can't nobody love me like me, yeah. I think hard every day about why my people have changed. I'm talking about my people. Some of us have scars that palmers can't fade away. So just do what my grandma says and change how you think in your head. Sing, I ain't better than nobody and nobody's better than me. And that's where I'm at with it. I want everybody to say, I have the audience repeating, I ain't better than nobody and nobody's better than me. So that's the title.
If I could sing, I would have did it with you. I really would have.
So the title of my code of conduct, this chapter, would be I'm not better than anybody, but there's nobody better than me. And
so
I
we can
really
get our
believe
young
that.
ladies and our young men and our young gentlemen to internalize that. You're saying that. Someone told me, he said, I'm paraphrasing, I don't solve my problems, I change my mind state and my problems solve themselves. So that sounds like what you're saying. So you love yourself and realize that there's nobody better than you and you're better than nobody and these things will fall into place.
Absolutely. That's what we're doing. That's what this platform is for. That is what it's all about.
Indeed, indeed.
Absolutely.
Listen, the Brick by Brick community,
Yes.
we give it up for Sister Takima Davis.
Thank you so much for
Once
having
again,
me. I really appreciate the time.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Until the next
Yeah,
one.
I mean, you ran a little over, but it was worth it. It was this right here is. I told y'all this is going to be one of the better interviews.
Thank you.
Not gonna take too much time out your day, but we just gonna talk about 2016. You know, we done passed the halfway mark. Some things didn't happen. You know, first and foremost, I would like to give a blessings to some of the people who are ancestors, such as, you know, first and foremost, Muhammad Ali. He definitely was a integral part of my life and of this culture, and a person that I think we need to hold in high esteem. You know, some of these entertainers and sports players pass away, and we show them great amounts of respect when they pass, which I guess they deserve that. But this man went outside of entertainment, went outside of sports. He touched politics, he touched social aspects, he touched religious aspects. I mean, just the ability to change your name. You know what I mean? Things of that nature that some people thought were taboo or couldn't happen or just were so far outside the box that they chose not to even think about it. This man did these things. Changed his religion, changed his name, stood up for his convictions, lost a whole lot of money in the process. So, you know, that definitely was a very pivotal part of 2016. You know, we had the purple one too. Prince passed on. You know, I told myself I was gonna go start the show with all the death and the mortem, but it's here. That being said, another great man has passed away. You know, and things happen. But we're gonna move on to a little lighter topic, or maybe not lighter. Maybe it's just as depressing. So this is a presidential campaign season. Down to two people, basically. Down to Hillary, we down to Donald. What you gonna do? Neither one of them necessarily is your cup of tea, but you know, they say you have to vote for somebody, right? Let me throw something at you real quick. If somebody puts 2 piles of doodle in front of you and tell you which one to eat, are you gonna eat either one of them? I would say probably not, okay? So sometimes the option is to not eat or to not vote in this particular instance, metaphorically, all right? Let me give you a scenario where you wouldn't vote. You are, let's say, critical mass, 20% of the population, okay? And that 20% says, you know what, we're gonna use our vote strategically this presidential or this election cycle, whether it's presidents, mayor, what have you. And they say we're gonna use it strategically. How are we gonna use it strategically? We're not gonna use it. So now you have the two candidates, they're running for office. The candidate who wins that election is gonna realize, depending on the amount of the victory, but they're gonna realize that that 20% that withheld their vote was the reason that that campaign was successful. And that politician wouldn't have won without that 20% sitting out, okay? Politician who loses in their party, they're gonna look and say, damn, if we had that 20%, we would have won. If I had that 20%, my campaign would have been successful. So now, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, whatever the cycle was for that particular office, next time around, they're gonna realize that 20%, that critical mass, that portion that didn't vote last time can sway me next time. How can I reach out to them? How can I get them to vote for me? Because you've proven your value. You've proven your value by withdrawing your vote from that marketplace, okay? So now, certain things happen in them 3 years or 2 years or 4 years, whatever the cycle is, depending on the office. Certain things happen that the person who won the last election, they put into effect. But you never would have had a chance to change those things anyway. At least if your 20% is valued, next election, you get a chance to have some input in what's going on for. So, I mean, it may sound convoluted, but it's playing chess and not checkers. Sometimes the best thing to do with your vote is to strategically hold it back, to show your value, to show your worth, so that next time the cycle comes along, you can say, you know what? I need them. I need that 20%. I need those Asians. I need those blacks. I need those Latinos, whatever the demographic is. I need those women. I need that youth. Whatever that demographic is, and you need that demographic then has to show its power.